All right, guys, coals are on. Welcome to episode number 5 of the Sunday Smoke. It's the podcast about nothing. I'm Sam. This is Jackson. We're your hosts. How you feeling today, bro?
Feeling great, man. Had a great day.
I love last week's episode. That was so fun. It was very stressful behind the scenes.
Yeah. And we got good reception about the lighting as well. So we're keeping it for this week as well.
That's it. We've gone for the red shade of the lamp lights on the table.
I think maybe that's the one thing we'll change week to week.
Yeah, I like it. I dig it. But I want to get straight into things, all right?
Yeah.
We talk about the hard-hitting topics on this show.
Of course.
And I want to start with talking a little bit about feet. And everyone's obsession with feet.
Obsession with feet. Like a foot fetish.
There's foot fetish and there's foot appreciation.
I'm glad that you said that because you're 100% right.
Yes.
I'm tired of being labelled a foot fetishist. Alright, because that's not accurate. Alright, I'm a foot appreciator.
Yep. I'm the same. Because whenever I try to explain it, whenever I try to explain myself, no one gets it.
But you don't explain yourself to guys, do you?
Yeah, no, two guys.
Two guys? So I feel like most guys get this and understand this.
No. Everyone feels weirded out and I'm sick of it. And we're here to explain ourselves. The foot appreciators.
The foot appreciators. Because you don't care about feet. No, like we don't care. Right? It's not something you care about. It's not something that you... But how are you going to take a girl to a beach when she's got mangled toes, man?
When she's got feet looking like my hand.
Exactly.
Like a triangle.
Or like man feet that are like, a size 10 shoe.
Look, not that feet are a deal breaker, but they play a big part in your attraction to a female.
Yeah, because that's part of what makes them feminine.
Yeah, I want to tell you about my approach.
Yeah.
And all the viewers, I want to see if you agree with me. Let's say you're at a club, yeah? You see a girl, she tickles your pickle. You see her, she's at the bar, she's doing a little head bob. What's the first thing you look at?
The face.
The face, 100%. Because if you've lost her at the face, that's it. It's all over. All right? I do the top-down approach. I start at the face, and then I make my way down. Look at the shoulders, look at the boobs, look at the stomach, look at the curvature. The ass, if she's at a good angle, have a look at the derriere. Down to the legs, and then where do you end? I end on the foot.
You know what?
I've looked up, and then I've looked down. And
so
that's the last image.
You do a top-to-bottom scan.
That's it.
Do you do this for men too?
No, not really.
No, but when you meet someone, I scan everyone.
Okay, I can't say that I scan men.
No, but I'm not saying in that way. I'm just saying, like, you look at someone, you scan them.
Yeah. Well, all right, I don't know about that one, Jackson.
I'm just saying.
You're doing the top-down approach for men too.
No, I don't do a top-down approach. I don't do a top-down approach for anyone.
What do you do then?
I have a different system.
Yeah.
All right, and this system works very well for me. All right? What I do is I make eye contact.
Mm-hmm.
I look.
Mm-hmm.
Facial scan.
Yes.
Snap down to the feet.
Snap.
And then you scan up from the feet.
Really?
Yeah.
You do a top to bottom up.
Yes, bottom up. I just feel like the scan is more accurate when you're going from bottom to top.
Yeah?
So yeah, it's face, snap to feet, then back up and scan.
You see, the reason I like the top-down approach is because that last image that you see is of that girl's feet. So if she's done well, if she's done great from the top down to the ankle area, but she's fallen short at the foot, that's going to leave a lasting image in your head. I'm not saying it's a deal breaker.
True, but I just don't think that that's the lasting image you want in your head.
But it has
I want to take note and then make my way up to... So I'm an optimist at heart, right?
Yeah.
So I don't want to dwell on the negative. And there's very many negatives that could be down in the feet region.
Yeah.
Right? So that's why face, snap to feet, forget about it, scan the rest, back to face.
I like that approach. And I don't know why...
It's a very optimistic approach.
I don't know why people are weirded out by this. When I try to explain this to people, people automatically assume that we have foot fetishes.
No, you can't.
And it's not. You want a girl that has nice feet. You want it to be presentable.
Yeah.
All right? It's a little
exactly. It's about taking care of yourself.
Presentation,
yes.
Yes.
Indeed.
Look, it's a little bit different when you're meeting a girl at a club or something because you know that that's not going to be a long-lasting thing. But it's what about when you're dating someone? And then you got to take that girl back. You know that girl's a keeper. And you're going to take her back home. No one's going to tell... If she's got ugly toes, no one's going to tell you. Your parents are going to be judging the feet. Your brother, your sister, they're going to be judging the feet. They'll never tell you, but you'll know in the back of your head that they're thinking what you're thinking.
You have to be willing to accept flaws to an extent, right? But I'm just saying, presentation is a big thing.
Yeah.
You know, even if they don't have natural, nice feet, but just like maintained well,
that's it.
That's the best you can do, and that's acceptable.
You know what?
That's okay.
The good old white toenails.
Just because you don't have good genetics doesn't mean you can't look after yourself.
Do you like the white toenails?
Of course.
It's the best, isn't it?
It's clean. It's
clean.
It's like a man in a suit, you know? It's always reliable. It's always a good look. It never goes out of fashion.
Yeah.
You know? And you compare it with anything, you know, because the nails can be any kind of color.
That's it.
But the toes can be white no matter what color.
That's it. A little contrast.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, you have a nice pink nail, you got a nice white toe. You know what's funny? All these girls out there that have these OnlyFans accounts.
Oh. They're selling feet pictures.
It's a big thing. I don't know. People are so. But
I don't know. I don't understand who's buying these photos.
People with foot fetishes.
But why? If they get off, this is what I don't understand. If they get off on just looking at feet, right? They can go out to a beach and look at hundreds of different feet all the time, as much as they like. Why do they have to pay for an image of a foot that's not even there in front of them? I don't get the thought process behind it. Go to a pool. Go to a beach. You know, we're in Australia. We live in Australia, man. Half the people out there don't even wear shoes anyways. Like, what's the point of paying for a photo of a foot when you can go out and see any foot that you want?
Maybe there's a problem with public arousal. What, you're going to be walking around looking at people's feet getting turned on.
Walking around with a boner.
Yeah, walking around. Which is not, you know, if you're at a beach, that's not a place you want to be walking around with a big schlong. Come on, man, there's families
staring at random women's toes.
Eh?
Going around staring at random women's toes.
You're wearing your darkest sunglasses just so it looks like you're not looking. All right. Last week we brought a new segment from the fans. We had 2 audio messages sent in. We have a repeat sender on this week. The person that asked about the designer brand wear and wearing fake designer.
Back at it again.
He's back at it again. He sent us it's quite a lengthy audio message.
Listen, man, we love you, and we've heard the question. And the question's a good question, except for the fact that it's a 4-word question and you took 46 seconds to get your question out.
So look, all we're asking, condense it down a little bit. Bring it back. Summarize.
Compress. All right.
Like a zip file.
Yeah, like a zip file, man. Like if you want to get a question out, man, just say the question.
Let's get to the point. play the message for the viewers.
Hey boys. Episode 4 was a cracker, one of your best ones so far. I got a thought that I want you boys to discuss. They say that we're all living a simulation, like other characters are playing our lives. And to have some theory behind that, some evidence, have you ever noticed how you never seen your neighbours taking the shopping? So you've never been driving or walked past and see any of your neighbours, or just anyone in general, ever bring in their shopping, except you. Now the reason behind this is apparently it's an unfavourable sight to see whilst the characters are playing this game. This game that we are the characters in. What do you guys think? Are we living in a simulation?
That pretty much, he summed it up at the end there. Are we living in a simulation?
Are we living in a simulation?
But look, we also need to work on articulation here. Because characters don't play the game. People play the game. We are the characters if we are in fact a simulation.
Look, we love you. But you make no sense. 0 sense. If we do, in fact, live in a simulation, how could it be unfavourable to see your neighbours taking their groceries?
Yeah,
in fact, that would be more favourable to be able to see something like that, because then it's less sus.
Yes.
It makes no sense.
It makes no sense. But we're going to get into the topic. What do you think, Jackson? Are we living... First of all, actually, have you ever seen your neighbours bringing groceries?
I have. I don't know about the relationship you have with your neighbours, but my neighbours are great people.
Yeah.
And I see them taking their groceries.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I have to say, I've never seen it. and it's actually a mind trip. It's a mind tripper. I've never ever seen it. And you know what? I can't actually remember the last time that I've gotten the groceries out of the car and walked them up to my house and actually said hello to my neighbors while I've done it. So maybe they haven't even seen me do it.
Interesting.
So
That's an interesting point.
I don't know. Look, I don't think we're living in a simulation.
No.
I don't think so. It's such a cool topic of discussion.
It's a cool idea. You could dive down a massive rabbit hole.
We could go down. We could make a whole nother podcast just on this question.
If we were living in a simulation, the simulation would have had to be created at some point
Yeah.
by someone that wasn't in a simulation.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really make sense.
No. And one thing that he did say about the groceries is that it's unfavorable for the characters, or being the people. Wouldn't it, if we were living in a simulation, wouldn't it be unfavorable for us to be having this topic of discussion at all?
True.
You know what I mean?
But in the simulation, you do have free will.
But do we? But if we are in a simulation and people are controlling us, we don't have free will then.
No, but the point
We're in
is that they're not controlling us directly. They're controlling us by making us think that we have free will.
Yeah. Are they hiding in plain sight?
Possibly.
Maybe they're thinking,
It's like the
you know
Matrix,
what? If
man.
we,
But you could dive down a massive rabbit hole because there's lots of different things
yeah,
that can come from that. It's like at the end point,
yeah,
right? I've heard someone say this before. At the end point of all the information that you take in around you,
yeah,
the final stop is all inside your brain.
yeah,
You know, so how do you really know that you're the only one, that you're not the only one? How do I know
yeah.
that you're just not a fake character?
Well, yeah.
Because
How do I know you're not?
at the end of the day, all the information comes into my brain and I just interpret it.
Yeah.
It's crazy when you think about it that way.
Yeah.
How do I know when I'm seeing, this red light right here, you see
Yeah.
the same color as me?
Well, yeah. Is my red different to your red?
Yeah.
Is
You can dive
maybe you're
very
seeing,
far down
maybe
that
you're
rabbit hole.
seeing, maybe you're seeing green.
Exactly.
It's still red.
But
It's
we both call it red
I know.
because that's what we've always seen it as and called it as that.
Perception. It's so trippy, eh? It's a good question. But honestly, I don't think we're living in a simulation.
It's a good question, but it's not. The point is it's not whether we're living in a simulation or not, because we're not living in a simulation. It couldn't work,
Yeah.
right? But the deeper point, how do you know anything is real? That could be discussed,
Yeah.
and that's a scary thought.
Maybe we'll dive into that one a little bit more deeper on a future episode. What do you
From the
reckon?
fans,
Hey?
love this segment.
I do love it. Anyway, but send us in some audio messages. Get us on Instagram. Send us some audio messages, or send us just a DM. Write it out if you want to. If you don't like the sound of your voice, and then we'll discuss it on the podcast. But I don't believe we're living in a simulation.
Nah.
But let us know what you think, because you know what I want to hear. I want to hear the people's opinion as well when they send this in,
Yes,
because he's
Good
given us
idea.
the question. But what does he think, and why? Maybe we'll get him on the podcast one day and he can explain.
if you're gonna ask a question, give us your justification and give us your thinking or your
Yeah.
thought process behind it.
I like it. I like it a lot. All right, we're going to bring back another edition of Unnecessarily Stressful Situations.
Ah, my favorite.
I like
segment.
it. Was a fun one last week. I wanted to bring it back. I was thinking maybe we'll space it out over every couple of weeks we'll bring it back, but I felt like bringing it up again this week because we had fun with it last week, so why not do it again? So we've come up with we're just going to do one each this week. And
I'm excited to see
Yeah.
what you got for me.
yeah, do you want to start or do you want me to start?
I want you to start, man.
You want me to start?
Yeah.
All right. I was thinking about sleepovers.
Yeah.
You know, when you're a bit younger, you go to your friend's house, you have a sleepover, and then you go to sleep. You wake up the next morning, and you wake up before your friend.
Oh, that's a good one.
You've woken up before your friend.
That's a
You're
good one.
confused. You see he's asleep. You're wondering if he's gonna wake up. You get up. You walk to the kitchen. You stand there awkwardly.
That's so good because you know how many times that shit has happened to me?
It's happened to everyone.
Oh, my God.
Everyone that's having a
Bro,
sleepover.
that's the word. Yeah, and you know what? It's always the kitchen is the first place I walk to.
Yeah.
You
You
know?
don't get anything from the kitchen.
No, you can't.
You don't open
You're
that
staying
fridge.
over at someone else's house, man.
Yeah.
And you don't want to. And that's the other thing. You're tiptoeing around.
Yeah.
There's the creaky floorboards, all right, because you don't want to wake everyone up.
You don't want to open that fridge and then hear the glass bottles clinking together.
Oh my god. And you're starving as well. You're starving. You want to eat, and you want to wake them up. Come on, man. Like, but you can't do that.
No, it's unnecessarily stressful. Because what do you do in that situation?
Yeah, you can't do anything.
You don't want to turn, and you don't want to. And I can't tell you how many times if I've been at a sleepover, even at our cousin's house.
Yeah.
And I've been at a sleepover. I'm comfortable as in that house, but you wake up the next morning, and I go and I'm like, I don't really want to turn the TV on.
Yeah, I want to turn the TV on, but I don't want to wake anyone up.
I just sit there on the couch looking like Forrest Gump, waiting for his son to come back from school.
That's so good. Oh,
gotta love sleepovers.
That is unnecessarily stressful.
Unnecessarily stressful. What's your one, Jackson?
All right, my one is basically gift giving. When you go, especially for a birthday that's like a 23rd birthday, a useless birthday, and you're shopping and they that you need to give them a gift. You don't know if they're gonna like it, and you don't know why you're caring whether they like it or not, because do they really deserve a gift on their 23rd birthday? Who gives gifts on stupid birthdays like that now, anyways?
It's sort of you feel obligated to.
You feel exactly. You're only doing it out of obligation, and you're stressed out whether they're gonna like it or not.
Yeah.
Even though you know it's dumb.
Yeah. Even though you don't care whether they like it or not.
No.
But you still.
You just care about how you're perceived.
Yeah. That's the fact that you had got a gift.
That's why when I go, anyone asks me what I want, I'm like, man, get me some socks. I like practical people.
Practical gifts.
Just a cheap little here, take it. Socks, underwear, deodorant. That's mad.
Look, man,
give me one of those Lynx packs.
No, I was just about to say the Lynx packs, man. The Christmas once you hit 18, and that's it. You're done. You're finished with all the fun presents. But at the same time, those Lynx packs, they come in handy. Now, look, I'm not a Lynx advocate. I don't like Lynx very much, but it's good to have. You get the body wash. You get the body wash. You get the body spray.
Look, it's a good backup for an emergency situation. You need the Lynx, it's there.
Look, man, when your Rexona runs out, where you gonna go?
You're going to the Lynx.
Yeah, I'm not gonna leave my house knowing that I have BO.
No.
To go to 7-Eleven to go and get another Rexona. No, I'm not gonna put myself through that.
No, you're just gonna bite the bullet, take the Lynx, and be satisfied.
That's it. It should get you through until you get to the 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
Hopefully, you hope so.
That is unnecessarily stressful.
It is unnecessarily stressful. All right, you know what? I want to play a game. I sound like I'm out of sore.
Let's play a game.
The rules are simple.
What's the game?
Let's play Would You Rather. It's a common household game.
Oh, love this game.
Would you rather? Let's just have a bit of fun.
Love this game because I get very passionate about these things.
About your responses.
Yeah, 100%. Everyone gets very passionate about their response.
And I always think their response is always the right one.
That's because my response generally is the right one.
Let's start off with a light one. All right. Would you rather be a decent sports star with a great reputation, or would you rather be the best in the world at a sport but have a terrible reputation?
Easy one. Best in the world in sport, terrible reputation.
Why?
Michael Jordan was that. He was a diva, man.
Yeah.
Right? Who wouldn't want to be Michael Jordan? That's the only response I need to give. The guy punched his teammate. Fuck's sake.
So
and he's a billionaire now.
Yeah.
And who doesn't respect Michael Jordan? That's all I'm saying.
But is that because you want to be the best in the world?
Yeah, 100%. If I'm playing a sport, I'm playing a sport to be the best.
Yeah.
I don't care how people think.
That's a good point.
You know what they're gonna remember me as?
What's that?
The best ever.
The best ever.
The greatest.
See, I got a bit of a different thinking there. I honestly, you know what? Like when we talked about the massage and you thought that people were going to agree with you more than me, I feel like people are going to agree with you more than me on this one because I go the other way. I'd want to be a decent player with a great reputation. Because for me, I enjoy having a good reputation. I feel like I do right now. And I want to leave past a legacy where I can say, you know what? He was good. He might not have been the best, but he was a good teammate. He was good to have around. And we love that guy. Because I want to be loved. That's just my opinion.
You just want to be
I'm looking
loved,
at your
man.
eyes right now. You're judging me.
You're just seeking affection.
Why not? I'm just being honest. See, I could easily just say right now, I want to be the best in the world. Easily. You know what? I want to be honest on this podcast.
It's a very, very selfless
Yeah,
thought
exactly.
process you have.
I want to bring up my teammates with my positivity. Instead of bringing them down like Michael Jordan. But then again, with that said, Michael Jordan did bring up his teammates because he pushed them so hard.
Yeah.
So there's arguments both ways. So I got a second one I want to go over is would you rather have 2 belly buttons or a 3rd nipple?
All right. If I have the nipple, can I chop it off?
No, man. See, we can't create too many rules. All right? You got a 3rd nipple or you got a 2nd belly button? They're there.
All right.
They're there forever.
But what's the limit? If it's just a belly button, like, can I sew the belly button together? Like, sew it up?
I mean, I guess so, but
Surgically?
not really. No. It's got to be there.
What about super glue?
No,
Can I, like,
it's got to
stick
be. It's got to be
together?
there. You have to live with it.
Is it below or above my current belly button?
I'm gonna say below.
I'm gonna take the belly button because you can cover it up. If it's far enough below, it can be covered up.
You're gonna with your pants.
Yeah, with your pants.
You're gonna be looking like Harry High Pants. And I'm not talking about it's all the way below. I'm talking just underneath.
Just
underneath.
Nah, I need to cover it up somehow.
You can still cover it up.
Yeah, but I don't want to look like Harry High Pants.
Yeah, but if
You know what? I'm gonna take the 2nd belly button, just because I can, I don't know, fill it up with like super glue or something and make it look more flat.
Good luck with that, bro. I'd take the 3rd nipple.
Why?
Now, look, a lot of people are probably going to be thinking, why would you want a 3rd nipple if you can cover up a belly button? But you can't really cover up a 3rd nipple.
No, you can't.
And when I say 3rd nipple, I mean one that's maybe just...
Is it like one right in the middle? Like right...
Just in the middle.
Ugh.
And I'll tell
you why. Is it for
why.
like weird sexual reasons? You got like a nipple thing going on?
No. Don't try this.
Extra nerve endings in there?
Don't try this, mate. All right, the reason I would do that is because if you have a 2nd belly button, what are you aiming to do? You're aiming to cover that up. You're self-conscious about that 2nd belly button.
What, you're not going to be self-conscious about that 3rd nipple on your chest?
Bear with me. So you're going to be walking around like Harry High Pants, putting super glue, trying to stitch that belly button up. With the 3rd nipple, you can't hide that. And what can you do to hide it? I'm not going to go... And you can't go putting on like, what's called a Band-Aid or anything on there. You got to flaunt it. So for me, having that 3rd nipple is a good conversation starter. I reckon I have more confidence having that 3rd nipple than I would a 2nd belly button. I can't hide it.
If you had 3 nipples, would you get the 3rd one pierced?
Possibly. Possibly.
Poof.
But imagine this. Imagine you go out to a club. Or you go out anywhere and you start a conversation
Is that your pickup line?
No, hold on.
You want to see my 3rd nipple?
No, you don't just go straight in for the kill. But imagine that. I see a girl at a club, a bar, whatever. Or even out in the shopping centre, who knows?
Yeah.
And you go up to them, you start having a conversation. One of the first things I'd bring up is, look, when you know that there's a little bit of interest, I just want you to know, I have a 3rd nipple. That's going to spark intrigue, in my opinion. You know what they're going to want to do?
The absolute opposite for me.
No. Yeah, it doesn't matter what you think, because they're going to be thinking, geez, I kind of want to see that 3rd nipple. But you're not going to show them. You're not going to show them.
I want to see that 3rd nipple.
They have to earn the right to see that 3rd nipple. So you go out, you have a few drinks. Because you say that you're really
subscribe to your OnlyFans. You can sell 3rd nipple pics on OnlyFans. There you go. There's a fetish for that.
You say that you're a little bit self-conscious about it. It makes you a little bit cute, but it also makes you think like, to the girl's perspective, like, oh wow, he's telling me this. He must feel really comfortable. And then imagine that, like, later on when you go on to do the extra little deeds, she's going to want to see that 3rd nipple, so that shirt's going to come off. So it's a good little foreplay starter. Takes your shirt off, looks at that nipple, and be like, you know what?
It's an extra nipple for them to play with, man.
Little flick.
I told you, it's about the weird sexual fantasies you got going on.
It's not.
The extra nerve endings in that nipple, man. It's doing lots of things for you.
I got one more.
Yeah.
Would you rather have C-cup boobs or a 2-inch dick?
As a man?
As a man, yeah, of course.
Is C cup boobs big or small?
Yeah, they're big. They're big. They're just below D's.
Shit.
I wouldn't do you dirty and say D's because no one wants D cups, but a nice C cup.
What do you say? I don't know. I don't think about that.
You know what? I'm gonna rock the C cups.
You're gonna rock the C cups?
I'll rock the C cups.
So you're gonna be a man.
I'm gonna have man boobs. You know what? No, you can't even call them man boobs. I'm gonna have man tits.
Shit.
I don't want to walk around. I don't want to have a 2-inch schlong.
Wow.
What would
Or
you
boobs.
Which one would you rather?
You know what? You know what? I'm gonna go against the grain here. I'm gonna say the 2-inch dick.
Stop it.
I'm gonna say,
I really
you know.
thought you were
Okay,
gonna
I'm
be
gonna
on
tell
that
you why. I'm gonna tell you why. Right? Because in most encounters that you have, day to day life, right? Even with a girl,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
they don't know what your dick looks like, right? So you can have a normal conversation with someone. You know, you can go out to a club, you can go out to a bar. You know, you can do basically, you can, you know, work your job. All right, basically the same way that a regular penis-sized man
Yeah.
would be able to do.
Mm.
But if you're rocking a C cup breast, all right, and have to walk around with a bra all the time, and you can't play sport, right? Imagine trying to play professional sport rocking those C cups. Nah, not happening. Right? You can't go out to a club and you know, or you can't meet a girlfriend. At least not a normal one. They got to be into some strange shit, man. All right, you can't meet a girl like that. So what's the point of having a big dick? All right, trying to talk to a girl if you've got big tits as well. She's not gonna want to be with you anyways. All right, so I'm gonna rock the 2-inch dick. All right, and find a girl that loves me for my heart, not my penis. Right? And I'm just going to have to accept the fact that, you know, maybe my dick might not do the kind of damage. But that's okay. There's other ways around it. All right? Toys are invented for... Toys are made for a reason, man. But at least I can operate day to day, all right, as a normal human, rather than a big-breasted man.
I'm gonna have to invest in the man's ear.
The man...
Seinfeld.
The man's ear.
The bro. I want to be their best client. All right, just before we wrap up this episode, last week I did a Shishagram official shopping list for newbies to the hookah world. And there's one product that I left off that list on purpose, and that was tobacco. Because obviously, if you don't have anything packed in your bowl, what are you going to be smoking? And I did that on purpose because there's so much to talk about with tobacco. So I just wanted to give the viewers a little introduction to what tobacco is.
Australia, you heard it here first.
So basically, with tobacco, you've got your blonde leaf and you've got your dark leaf. The blonde leaf is made from Virginia tobacco leaf, while dark leaf is made from burley, which is why it appears to be dark. All right, now the blonde leaf is a little bit lighter, not as much nicotine. Generally, the flavors are a little bit more brighter. While the dark leaf has a bit more nicotine in it, it's a lot heavier on the lungs. Not really for beginners, because of that burley leaf, it handles heat a little bit more, maybe lasts a bit longer, but it is going to be a little bit harsh for newbies. So for blonde leaf, I would recommend something like Al-Waha, which is a French tobacco. Virginia as well. All right, and the reason I say that is because if you're going to start, you want to smoke something that's a little bit lighter, and you want to sort of curate your lungs into lungs of steel, eventually. And Al-Waha is a great starter. Now, for anyone that goes out and buys Al-Waha, they'll notice that it's red. Now, that doesn't mean that it's red leaf. It just means that they've used food colouring to make it appear red, to be different. Same thing with Alfaka, same thing with Adalia. So that's a good beginner brand to start with because it's very easy to get. I wouldn't say it's cheap, but it's on the cheaper spectrum of things. And it also comes in 50-gram packets, which is what you want. So that way you can trial a few different flavors and see what you like. And then as you go along and you start to, save your money a little bit more, then maybe you want to go in for something like Trifecta. So it's a little bit more of a performance blonde leaf, meaning that it's able to last, at least 2 hours if you pack it right and you manage your heat correctly. Nice and light. Not too heavy on the lungs, but full flavor, full bodied, and you're gonna have a great experience. And that's actually pretty much what we're smoking today, Trifecta Blonde. So that's what I have to say about that. And then as you go along and your lungs start to get used to it, then you can dabble a little bit in the dark leaf, which would be Trifecta, which is basically Trifecta Dark, Azure Dark, and Tangiers. Because they're the ones that are most easily accessible here. Because we're in Australia, we're not as saturated as the American market. You go to America, they've got just brands and brands and brands. Here, we're a bit limited in our stock. But if you are going to start with dark leaf, definitely try Trifecta Dark first. It's not as much nicotine in it. It's not going to hit your throat as hard. And it's a good introduction into dark leaf. So that's just a quick little overview of what tobacco is. Very basic. And then, yeah, so pick up some Awaha, pick up some of Trifecta when you can, and give that a crack.
Shishagram Australia, back at it again with tips for your hookah needs.
All right, guys, I think it's about time to wrap it up for this week, episode number 5. Had a lot of fun doing this one.
Absolutely.
Yeah, this one was a fun one. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. Remember to follow us or subscribe to us on YouTube at The Sunday Smoke. We're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, if you're listening in your car. Follow us on TikTok at The Sunday Smoke Clips. That's where we do the highlight package, all the clips and everything. Follow us on Instagram if you want to send us in some DMs. We're at The Sunday Smoke on that one as well. Send us in some audio messages, a DM, topics you want us to talk about. And then, yeah. So we want to thank everyone for tuning in. And we'll see you next week for episode 6, where maybe, if the stars align, we're going to have the first guest on.
Oh,
so very
big
excited.
milestone.
Very excited. Hopefully we can make it work. All right. But
being
thanks for
said,
tuning in, guys. We appreciate it. We appreciate you. Like, comment, subscribe. Give us a rating on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and everything. And Jackson, what time is it?
time for the calls to come off.
Beautiful.
I reckon that was good.
That was good. I like it. It was fun.
I like the wood draw. I like the wood drawers.
Yeah.
Pause.
Oh, shit.
No. Yeah, it's still recording.
I thought it was recording.
Well, it wasn't. How far? How far?
I don't know. I don't want to look. That's still recording.
Oh, you bastard.
Imagine that.
Oh my god.
You almost had a heart attack.
I was like, oh man, I'm not ready to do this again.
Oh, shit.